guys, welcome back to my channel. So as you guys can see, I am in a different background. This is not my normal background. This is obviously not my studio apartment. And I just wanted to kind of give you guys a life update, I guess. I mean, I feel like my YouTube channel has been, you know, doing a lot better in the past 3 months. Personally, I've been working very hard on my YouTube brand. Come here. Come on. Here Scooby is, guys. Personally, I've been working very hard on my YouTube brand within the last 3 months, and I've seen a lot of great traction. My revenue has gone up tremendously. My followers have gone up. I'm almost to 5,000 subscribers, and I've worked very hard on my YouTube channel over the past 3 months to make sure that it gets good traction. And unfortunately, I've had a Scooby. Okay. Scooby wants to be on my lap. Unfortunately, I've had an setback, I would say. My apartment, the studio apartment that I just got, my apartment actually was, how do I put this? The apartment was not displayed as I viewed it, or I don't know how to say it, but the apartment was shown to me one way, and then upon moving in, I discovered several things that were not told to me before I moved in. One of the things being pests. So that apartment had pests, and the minute I found out, I packed everything up and I left. And since, you know, I wasn't planning on moving and I just moved there a month and a half ago, obviously I had to, well, not obviously, but I mean, I had to move back home. And you know, I was just so pissed off. Like, honestly, 2 weeks ago, last week, anybody that talked to me, I was just irritated. I was pissed off because I put my all into that apartment. And I will say, you know, there were some things that I didn't like about it. I didn't like the area of Chicago that it was in. The area of Chicago that it was in was not the cleanest area, and I knew that, but for the price, you know, it was a good price. But I guess that's what happens when you think you're getting a good price and then you go somewhere and it's not clean or anything. So, you know, in addition to that, it was also very far from my church, my doctor, my therapist, and my boyfriend. And those are all places that I go to at least once a week. Well, I don't go to the doctor once a week, but, you know, church, therapy, my boyfriend's house, I usually go to all of those places at least once a week. So, if not twice. So, you know, it was just, I don't know. I feel like God was pushing me back to the south side. Even though I wanted to stay up north, the reality was I couldn't really afford the up north areas that I want to live in. Like, if you live in Chicago, there's some really nice areas like Golden Coast, Gold Coast, Lincoln Park, Logan Square. Like, those are the really nice areas. And unfortunately, it costs $2,000 a month to live in those areas. And me personally, I'm not in a space where I'm willing to give $2,000 a month to rent at this moment. So, I decided to cut my losses, go home, go back with family. So now my channel may be looking a little different because I'm no longer in my own space. I do have, you know, my own room area, but I don't even plan on decorating it or anything. I'm not gonna lie. The situation is so fresh and it was so depressing that honestly, I don't want to I don't want to decorate. I don't want to make the space feel like it's mine. Like, honestly, I just want to focus on my goals and what I have to do to get back to a space of my own space of peace, I should say. So as you can see, I got clothes and stuff in the background. I got my shoes and stuff. So I had to put everything in storage. Obviously, my couches, my bed, like, you know, all of my clothes, like everything couldn't come with me. And so that was a little depressing because it's like I pretty much could only bring the necessities. So of course I have I'm sitting in my computer chair, so I work from home. So of course I have my computer desk. I brought all my books because you guys know I like to read, I like to write, I like to journal. Brought my laptop, iPad, you know. Scooby's here. As you guys see, he's a necessity. Scooby is here, his cage is here. And like some of my hair products for my personal hair. And then some winter clothes. But everything else has to go in storage. My summer clothes, my vanity, my couches, all my kitchen utensils, like everything that was in that apartment pretty much had to go into storage. And you know, I tried to create this YouTube video 3 different times now, but I feel like every time the video was just so long. It was you know, I don't know, I feel like I was trying not to cry in every video, and I feel like now, as you guys can see, I'm not crying or anything. I've come to a point of acceptance, like this is my life right now. It's nothing I can do about it. And you know, I also had a job interview with this really big company, and I made it to the final round, and at the very last minute they sent me an email saying they changed the requirements of the job interview. Now I don't know what requirements they changed that I don't meet, because I have a master's degree and everything, I have certifications, but Scooby be acting crazy, y'all. But they changed the requirements and I wind up not getting the job. So I was a little excited because I was like, oh, I'm gonna get a new job. The new job's gonna pay me more money, and then I'll be able to get back on my own a lot faster. And because let me be clear, guys, I realize that if you're going to go and reset, this is what I like to call a reset. If you're gonna go and reset, you should do it the best way possible. I don't feel like you should try to quickly do it speedy fast, but you should try to reset as best as you can. So for me, what that looks like is paying off my credit card bills. I have some pretty high credit card debt, and I want to get that paid off before I go back and get into my own apartment, or at least want to get it paid down significantly, because obviously, as you guys know, credit card debt is crippling, and it can be frustrating, especially when you don't have a plan to pay it down. So I plan to pay down my credit card debt while I'm staying at home with family. I have put my business on hold. Obviously, I'm not gonna run a business out of someone else's house. It's just, I just don't even feel comfortable doing it. And honestly, like I don't have the space for all of my stuff. So unfortunately, I had to put my business on hold. But right now, what my life kind of looks like is just working from home, saving, paying down my credit card debts, and I'm still taking my PMP certification. So I'm trying to get my project management certification. So I'm trying to study for my project management certification. So you guys might see a few study videos here and there. You know, I'm gonna keep trying to vlog as much as I can. I usually do 3 videos a week, but if I'm being honest, I don't think that I have it in me to give you guys 3 videos a week at this point in my life. I do plan to try to give you guys at least 1 to 2 videos, just because I think it's important for people to see this part of my journey, because again, I didn't plan to move out. I was ran out of my apartment by the pests and the uncleanliness of the building, of the area of Chicago, and there's nothing I can do about that. But it doesn't make sense for me to go from that situation and move to another apartment, and then I still have credit card debt. I'm still not able to save enough. Like, if you're gonna just reset, just do a full clean reset. And so that is what I plan to do. So you guys will probably see you know, more vlogs, maybe some of me, you know, going on dates with my boyfriend, me studying for my project management certification, you know, maybe just some videos of Scooby. Still, of course, I'll still give you guys the Scooby videos. If you guys can see, Scooby actually got a haircut. This is his first haircut, so he looks like a clean dog. So I'll still be giving you guys those Scooby videos. I'm still gonna be trying to do, you know, whenever I do go somewhere, I don't plan on going anywhere for the next 2 or 3 months, like anywhere big. Like, I don't plan on doing any vacations. Like I said, I'm trying to just pay things down and get my life together. And so You know, you guys will see a few fun vlogs. I'm gonna at least try to give you guys, like I said, 1 to 2 videos a week, and 1 to 2 good videos, not any BS videos. So you know, that's just kind of what my life is looking like right now. So I know a lot of you guys were excited for my living alone journey. I feel like a lot of you guys were watching because, you know, I had just started this living alone journey, and unfortunately it took a turn for, I'm not gonna say a turn for the worse. I guess this is what God wanted for me. This is obviously not what I wanted for me. And maybe I'll go into detail about my family, my background and my family in a later video, because I know some people probably don't mind going home. But me, oh, it was this, for me, this was like the worst thing in the world. Like I darn near sooner rather broke a leg than had to come live back with my family. Like I don't even know how else to put it, but I guess this is what God wanted for me. I'm still just a little pissed about it, if you can't tell, but it is what it is. So I'm just going to be taking the next few months to just figure things out, you know. I'm going to be trying to keep up with the gym. Like I said, I'm going to be paying off my credit card debt. So maybe I'll share a little bit of that credit card journey with you guys. I'm actually not even sure where my channel is going to go from here. But I do know that I don't want to stop my YouTube channel because I'm almost at 5,000 subscribers. And for those of you guys that know, it takes a lot to get here. It takes an absolute lot to get here and not stop. And not care about what other people think, and not care about how fast your channel is growing, how many people watch this video, how many people, like, you have to be a very, Scooby, he just lobbed all of me. You have to be a very strong individual. You have to be a very open-minded individual and you have to be a very confident person to put your life on display for other people to see and critique. So, you know, personally, I think that I am making a good decision by not moving back out on my own, because like I said, if I stay home, you know, I'm able to save a lot more, and I'm able to, once it's time for me to go back on my own, I will go back on my own. Scooby just fell on the floor. Anyways, I will go back on my own, you know, debt free. I won't be having this credit card debt, you know. I can focus on other things that I want to focus on. Prayerfully, I have a new job that's paying me a little more, so that way when I go back into the world by myself, I have more financial stability as opposed to what I'm currently making now. So, and of course, you guys know I just graduated, so there's also that aspect of, like, you know, being a new grad and trying to figure it out. And I guess this is just a part of the journey. But I struggled for the past few weeks to try to figure out how I was going to tell you guys what's going on without putting too much of my business out there. But I want to also be as transparent with people as possible. So if you have any questions for me, you know, definitely leave a comment down below. Or if you have personal questions about my journey, feel free to shoot me an email. My email is down below, my business email. And if you have any advice, any words of encouragement, or any prayers that you want to send my way, if you are a prayer warrior, I could surely use them right now. But life is not bad. Like, I don't want you guys to think like I'm just, oh, I'm going through it. It's like, no. Unfortunately, there are just some unforeseen circumstances that I just wasn't ready for, and I didn't really have a backup plan for it. So I kind of had to, you know, come home and reset and figure it back out. So you guys will just be going along with this journey with me. You know, we're gonna figure it out. We're gonna figure it out together. This is just a part of being in your 20s. Trying to figure stuff out. And, you know, being a late bloomer, I personally feel like I'm a late bloomer. So, you know, unfortunately, there are just some people who get to do things faster than others based on where they come from, how they were raised, and, you know, all that jazz. And so, unfortunately, you know, it's going to take me some time before I can get back out into the real world by myself. And I've come to accept that. So, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope it wasn't too long. Honestly, this is just like a life update. And, you know, I'll say this last thing. I feel like there are a lot of people my age that are having to move back home for whatever reason. They got laid off. They're in a domestic violence situation and they needed to go back home so they can become safe. They were like me. They went out and got a place, and the place was just nasty and had pests, and so you had to go back to your old environment, your home, where it was clean. Some people, they run out of money or they poorly budget, and so they have to get pushed back home. You know, there are a lot of different circumstances about why people my age come back home. Some people get pregnant, they need to go back home for the support. Some people have a spouse or a partner that passes away, and they can't do it by themselves, so they go back home. So I want you guys to know, for anybody that had to move back home, for whatever reason you had to move back home, even if you didn't want to, it's gonna be okay. You're gonna figure it out. You're gonna get it together. You're gonna be able to be around family, be supported. You're gonna be, and even if you had to go back home to a toxic family, you can still, you have to be mind over matter. Open up your windows every day, get some sunlight, take a walk every day, go to the gym every day, go for a little coffee once a week, every 2 weeks, get in therapy. Like, do things that can keep your mind motivated and open-minded while you are in the space that you don't want to be in, and so that way that you don't get depressed and you don't lose sight of your overall vision. So you know, to everybody out there who had to move back home in their 20s, especially during this crazy recession, during this crazy time, I'm praying for you. I hope that you are praying for me. God loves you, I love you, and we're gonna be okay. So the next time you guys see me, I think I'm gonna be doing a wedding vlog. I'm actually gonna go to a wedding later today, so I'm about to start getting ready for the wedding. So I'm gonna see you guys in my next video. Bye.